Alright.
37 minutes. This is gonna be a hell of a fucking ride.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna have to start recording more footage for this because it crashed after the end of this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, after the, when you get to the end of this.
Pretty much. Like I said, I crashed like 4 or 5 times while doing this.
Huh.
I find that really interesting on my part because I don't remember crashing whatsoever. I think I've already said it, but yeah, you seem to be having a lot of issues with crashing.
Well,
Looks like a warehouse out here.
Because it's a warehouse.
yeah, I crashed once.
I don't like this, man. Could be a trap.
That was like pre-update.
Check your corners.
What do you mean?
Like when I got Underhell as it launched, the transition from prologue to chapter 1 would cause a crash.
I don't think I ever downloaded the update.
Huh. That explains a lot. I mean, it depends on when you got the game, you know?
Because Underhell still isn't, like, supported on Steam officially, is it? You gotta download it and put it in a source mod folder.
Right, right.
Those old delightful things.
I love this weird spooky music. It sounds like it's done on a theremin.
A what?
A theremin.
Aren't those called pheromones?
Wait, are they actually called theremins?
It's just I've only heard the word once. And there's a...
I've never heard the word
Theremin sounds a
before.
lot funnier, though. Theremin is like where you hear like the spooky, like pitch sliding music. Kind of like the Left 4 Dead clown music. You know, like where it slides around everywhere.
Now, thermin to me sounds like a singular of thermos. But thermos is a singular.
I love this part. It's so fucking cheesy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like...
Suddenly...
And some, like, wow, that's one hell of a hoist. What was Junior just doing standing out in the middle of that? Oh, that's like some Gmod effect you'd get by just jamming a camera to a body part.
Yeah.
Who likes repeat boss fights?
Well, you know, they put a spin on it.
Maybe it's... Well, that goes beyond anything else in this plot.
Well, not really. I mean, they said they had a metal plate in his head.
Shoot him in the foot.
Repeatedly. I don't know, maybe it's just because I don't like bullfight bosses. I just found this kind of egregious. But at least they set up his weakness.
Yeah. That is actually a good thing to bring up. Are we, Lolly, are we gonna do the Angelo plot?
I was thinking about doing that as like one of all the house bits, like for the final parts.
Alright. Because the sunlight affecting these guys is significant in the Angelo plot.
This Angelo plot thing is all news to me, and don't say anything further because I'm actually interested to find out what that is.
Oh, it's easily one of the most interesting plot points in the entire Underhell story.
Because it's actually really out of the way. You have to look for it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, because I didn't even hear about this until now.
Did you try and use a red radio? The fuck?
Wow. What? Hey, okay. What just happened?
Oh, I see what you're trying to do. I didn't even know that you could shoot those things to make them explode.
Yeah, you can.
So, what were your experiences with this fight?
I
'Cause
hated
for me,
it.
It's the thing, bullfight bosses, I can't name one off the top of my head where it's been fun whatsoever, and I especially hate them when you've got to really direct them.
Oh,
And
right,
they-
because, like, oh, shit, dude. Yeah, I get the feeling Wally's gonna die before the end of this.
Maybe he'll scrape it out with that 8 health. 23 health.
I
So
wonder
is he
if,
actually...
I wonder if you if you complete this in time, you can actually save Junior.
That'd be a pretty neat thing for the remake.
That'd be a good thing to implement. Seems like a really Underhell thing to do, and that's the way I'm putting it now, a very Underhell thing to do.
Well, it really would be. I mean, this is a game that kind of, like, gives you secret shit, a la, like, Metal Gear Solid and all that.
So, the Steam release is actually remaking some stuff, so it's gonna, like, input some, like, new shit into the game.
I tried hitting Junior with the flare.
Well, that's just mean. You don't have to cremate him just yet. I had a bit of a slogfest with this fight. I don't know, I just had the shittiest time actually getting him to follow me, even though... Yeah. This
is why bullfight boss fights are pretty shit most of the time.
The only bullfight boss fight I can remember that I really liked was, what do you call it? You know the bullfight in Twilight
I called
Princess?
it, Lolly.
Yeah, you know, like the horse like bullfights in Twilight Princess. I like those. At least I think those were done all right. I don't remember.
Would you just feel like offloading your red radios?
Well, I'm not gonna do anything else with them.
Well, true. You know, they may as well survive as long as they can. What was the part, you know, only 6 minutes in.
Man, Lolly, you suck.
Hey, he came into a room he wasn't even supposed to be able to.
It's a bullfight boss, but this is a bullshit recording. Okay, Lolly, I don't want to like push your bubble. I didn't die to him.
I died multiple times. I fucking hated this so much.
The only thing shitty about him is his melee is just so kind of bunk and unpredictable.
Yeah.
I mean unpredictable in the sense that its range is deceptive.
And then he walks in there anyways.
It's
like,
not...
fuck sunlight.
It's not like... Here's the thing, it's not like a... You know how in Silent Hill, Pyramid Head has the this big-ass sword, right? It actually takes him a bit to swing it. With this guy, it doesn't.
Well, he's better than Pyramid Head, objectively. Just got that arm strength.
Yep.
He spent all his time chopping all that meat.
Yeah, that seems like a really inefficient way to do it, unless you're chopping a whole fucking animal at once.
Yeah, right?
I'd like to point out that is the butcher knife he used.
Wow. I guess if you think of it logically, what he's doing right now is trying to chop a whole animal at once.
Huh.
And, you know, this fight may be boring, but Junior thought it had a really good hook.
Ha! I get it.
Well, there we go, that's all I had. That's all I could think up.
Please don't tell me you're gonna, like, die 30 more times by the end of this boss fight.
Well, there is a reason why it is 37 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it just 37
Come on,
minutes? Is it just this boss
you
fight?
can leave in some deaths, Lolly, but at least cut some out next time.
To be
We
honest,
needed everything.
when I rendered this, I completely forgot about this.
Unbelievable.
You don't think, man, this render is taking a while. Oh boy. Seems that fucking Junior is also metal plated.
No, it's just the hooks have magnets in them. That way you can't put him out of his misery.
I hope the final level, if they ever do that Brian Junior co-op campaign, is just one of them has to mash a button to not bleed out, and Brian has to mash buttons to grieve.
Yep.
Just make it QTE as fuck. He's got good cardio, you gotta give him that. Never tires. At least Junior sounds like he's having fun.
When I played this, I was really, like, when I first played this, I was kind of annoyed on how anticlimactic it was.
Yeah, because it's a repeat boss fight and a bullfight boss. And I like the lighting effect they've got here, but otherwise this arena is really fucking dull.
I just barely survived that. This is so cheesy.
Yep.
Sunlight.
It's beautiful.
Let me just remove the metal plate for a second.
Oh god, I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
He truly was a butcher. Oh, it's just like the end of Metal Gear Solid 3. Great.
Huh.
We learned a lot from him.
Press F to pay respects. Press F to pay respects. Press F.
He's really patient.
Yes. Press mouse 1 to pay respects. There we go.
That was pretty respectful.
Jake looked really smart.
He's like,
I shot him in the head.
Yeah.
How many people have you shot in the head?
Well, Jake does it for a living. He has at least like 50 helmets now.
True. Is that what... The professional headshotter just collects the helmets of his fallen foes.
I love that animation he had for smacking that.
The fuck was that animation?
It was like the animation that like a Metro Cop when he pushes over an explosive barrel, I think.
Oh. I don't remember that animation whatsoever.
It was in Water Hazard a lot.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. That's an interesting camera angle, at least.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like really trying to rate the cinematography of it, but the models are so stiff, which can't really be helped.
It's Source, man. I can cut him some slack.
I actually imported some of the models into Gary's mod, and their eyebrows do not move in the slightest.
Look, you can cut away to one of the first parts of this commentary, and I told you that they have no upper facial flexes.
Yeah, I know, but I wanted to see if it was actually true.
Yeah.
I hope they fix that in the Steam release.
Well, considering they're using cinematic models, like the Jake models from Cinematic Mod, I mean, unless they remade the models entirely.
It would be weird to see a different Jake Hawkfield.
Yeah.
Didn't the guy doing Cinematic Mod stop?
Nope.
I forgot.
I think there is a 2014 version. It might be a 2015 version. This time with bigger breasts for Alex.
You know what?
Okay, that's all I hear about Cinematic Mod, and if that's advertised, do they just get bigger every time?
No, there's just... Here's the thing. A lot of people didn't like Cinematic Mod because the models were really not lore-friendly, if that's the only way I could put it. And, yeah.
I left all the main characters, like, models default, unless if they actually looked alright. And I made the citizens the new ones.
Look, everyone really got Cinematic Mod for the mapping work.
The mapping work is great.
Yeah, the mapping work is fucking fantastic. It's just that sure, the models for Cinematic Mod were pretty, like, well detailed, at least in comparison, but they were not lore friendly, which people hated.
I kind of, when I did, what few I did look at, they just looked like they completely ignored the design cues, like they looked really
Jake
out of
saw
place.
The sniper?
Probably.
Yeah.
Obviously, he just wanted to die.
Mm.
It was like, fuck it, Junior's dead, I may as well follow suit. It has all been for nothing.
It's just us and the other bald guy.
Mm-hmm.
There is something I really love about what's coming up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Aside from anything else, it's just amazing. It is... What happens next is basically you've been shot in the head, and it feels as stupid as someone who's just been shot in the head.
When I first played, I thought this was all, like, actually happening.
No.
I felt really stupid when W-Man had to explain what happened.
Yeah, I was explaining, look, this entire thing is... you know what, no. I'm gonna tell you after it's finished.
So wait, what part?
Even though it's really easy to pick up from the hints as to what just happened based on what we said, but yeah, I was gonna go with the ploy.
Anyways, I know this takes from a bunch of games. Which games does this take specifically? I know it takes from at least 3.
At least it takes from Metal Gear Solid 2 3 times.
Well, if you're gonna take something from someone, you better take from the best.
There's a bit of Max Payne in here.
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
definitely, yeah.
A little bit of Silent Hill thrown in.
I know there's a bit of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, I think.
Oh yeah, you really feel that.
I mean,
the ending part of it.
I wouldn't say that beyond like a walking section, and I think what you're referring to is Black Ops, actually.
Metal Gear Solid, Modern Warfare 2 and 3 did have its fair share.
I know, but like,
yeah.
Black Ops is the only Call of Duty that had like the sort of pseudo like mindfuck moment. So
True.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Never finished Black Ops 2. Never finished.
I've never even played Black Ops 2.
Eh.
I love
Have
this
fun
part.
popcorn games.
You are quite hard to track down.
But yeah, the ending to Underhell is easily one of the best parts of the game.
There was a moment coming up there where it just felt like such a whiplash after what just happened, and with the door scene, just happened. We're gonna get that explained to us in a moment, and I fucking love it.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
But this is the dumbest and the greatest medkit pickup. Adrenaline coming up for the head for being shot in the head.
Hey guys, are you fucking ready for this scene? Because it's
Are you ready?
It's really awesome.
It's
Come on.
really awesome, but I just love... What was Brian's thought process here? Because look what happens. Look at that weapon pickup.
Look at this.
Holy shit.
Look at 200 armor.
200 armor. Like,
Fuck yeah!
They're all not even facing the same way.
Right. Oh, the door just opened. Must have been Jerry. So, what was Brian's thought process here? Like, he's just been shot in the head, and I just like the idea of, like, he drags his body to this room, he's like, fuck it, I can't do shit. Gives Jake a minigun, gives him adrenaline, gives him armor, just props him up and kicks him out the door, like, you figure it out.
It's a dream
Done everything
sequence.
else so far.
It's a dream sequence. It ain't gotta make sense. This has to be awesome.
I know, but I was just thinking, like, in the context of Jake's head, what the hell, this scene is stupid even in that context.
Come on, this is what I would probably be like having a fever dream about.
Well,
It's
it's just this explains that Jake has good taste in video games.
Yep.
It's like, so just Jake defaulted to Doom in his dying moments.
Yeah.
Jake got WAD loads in and he just starts wrecking shit.
Yep.
Also, I'm sorry to say, but I abandoned this Gatling gun so quickly because I couldn't aim worth jack shit with it. Especially because I still had my G36 and that's fucking just wrecking everything.
I would not ditch the minigun in this section.
I'd never ditch the minigun. Like, I used my ammo wisely, and I pretty much stuck with it the entire section.
He gets a minigun and uses ammo wisely.
Someone who likes to continue using the minigun effectively.
But not as a minigun is intended. A minigun just screams exuberance.
Also, if I never clarified this in the past, I fucking hate the name for the minigun because it's not a small gun at all. It always pissed me off. I got really confused when I first started playing.
Gatling gun.
Well, yeah, that's the proper name, but I hate how people call it the minigun still.
Look, it's supposed to be ironic. That's the reason.
Also, aside from anything else, you also what influences this ending had? I forgot, Metal Gear Solid 1 here.
Oh, right! I didn't pick up on that. I just figured it was like, you know, the token turret section.
I guess this means, aside from anything else, that Brian is Meryl. A lot of things take away. That means if this whole thing goes off that logic, we lost our Otacon.
Oh boy.
I love how you just like touch them like 3 times with a bullet and it explodes.
I think that's a good analogy. Jake got wad. Now, the only thing that's missing is a forest to fire all your minigun rounds into.
Actually, in the context of this being a dream sequence, all the fucking vehicles exploding in 2 shots makes perfect sense.
Yep.
So, Jake nearly dies and goes into a power fantasy, but it was realistic enough to know he'd need a shot of adrenaline. Who the fuck cares? Oh, now it's Metal Gear Solid 3!
Yep.
I just love the idea that he just starts remembering video games and pieces this all together.
Yep.
Just the only way it makes sense to him. This is the only way you can win. So you think the guys who were just listening to Jake describe this fever dream are just going, alright, I think we've lost it entirely. This is probably not what happened.
Oh yeah, that's right, because like they're just actually interrogating him and like asking well, wait a moment. Is he telling the truth here?
Yeah,
Now,
because during the entire like section of like the prison, he's just explaining what happened, I think.
Yeah.
And just
now,
like imagine this.
Yeah. It's
until
like,
the reveal, I actually thought this was what was happening. So take away from that what you will.
yeah, no, I get it. I mean, you know.
Anyway, you were saying, W-Man? Sorry, I
Right.
interrupted there.
Imagine what Jake is. I mean, well, imagine Jake talking for first of all. But just imagine them being like asking him what was happening, and then he's like, and then I got on the vehicle, and then I started blowing everything up, and then fucking Rambo music started playing, and then helicopters came from all directions, and you know, it's
I'd love to see like somebody animate like a skit like in Gary's mod of that.
yeah.
It's like, and then Jake just starts describing it like a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Just like, with the biggest "this is awesome" speech ever.
Yeah.
And then the helicopter just faded out.
But like I
Giving up.
said, imagine Jake talking. I mean, isn't he like mute?
Yeah, just give him a Ross Scott voice.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, that would work.
Actually,
I think.
Jake speaks like once or twice.
Oh.
Verbally?
Yeah.
Well, it's like, yeah, is that implied or actually filed in the game?
I think he speaks once or twice. Either
I
or
know
it's his
that.
father.
Look, I know that he uses a computer and types out what he's trying to say, but I don't remember him ever speaking.
Like, when I say implied, I mean, like, if you look at background materials in Half-Life 1, it's like Gordon had a phone call to get accepted to Black Mesa, kind of. He talks.
Yeah.
I love to hear him use like a text-to-speech thing.
Just holds his fucking computer up to his computer while Microsoft Sam says what he needs to.
Have you heard of that Warhammer series called Emperor Gets Text-to-Speech?
Oh yes,
Yes.
I have.
When he finishes that series, I would not be against Gordon Freeman gets text-to-speech.
Well, I think Ross Scott kind of filled in that thing.
Well, he did, but
Not for Half-Life 2 though.
He did say maybe.
And then when I was
million
escaping, the facility blew up in the nuclear explosion. That I somehow survived, but don't question it. It really happened.
Fine, he's at least a mile away. That's all you need.
I remember not too long ago I was looking at a map to see how big or how effective nuclear explosions would be and how big the blast radius is.
Well, it really depends on the bomb.
I checked the biggest bomb and it would really fuck up New York City.
Well, that's the Tsar bomber. It was detonated in Russia and was felt in Finland. So, yeah, New York City would be a bust. For the Tsar bomber, anyway.
Wow.
By the way, it's only appeared once, but I just love the fucking... I just love the Tsar as a way of saying big. It's like the Tsar tank, and in fucking Binary Domain, the Tsar runner.
And now we're in Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, actually. It's kind of the reverse, because you're walking away from a helicopter to start with. Towards another one.
You know, I'd love to think of this as, like, Jake just remembering all the video games he's played. And like, you know, because it would make sense in the context of the story. It's like, oh, well, fuck. My mind can't fucking cope with this, so I'm gonna fantasize it as shit that I played before.
Just the idea of him, like, imagining all these video games and piecing this together is just amazing to me.
Like, he's just walked from the fucking desert scene of Modern Warfare into Silent Hill right now. Albeit a dusty Silent Hill instead of a foggy one. Like, this town is completely fucking desolate.
Do you know what confused the shit out of me? This town shows up, like, in one of the video screens in one of the stealth sections.
Huh. What?
Yeah, it was like it was on one of the screens.
Huh.
Yeah, I recognize it because of the phone booths.
You know, that could have plot significance.
Maybe, I guess.
Yeah.
Either that or this is how he remembers it. Like, he just looked at the video screen and thought, oh, hey, that's a good location for this.
Yep, Silent Hill.
I love this.
You know what? I didn't get this cutscene. I went straight into the diner.
I got this because I saw the edge, I was like, what the fuck is up there?
Yeah.
That is some Silent Hill shit.
Yep.
Now, God forgive me, because my only fucking knowledge of Silent Hill is from watching playthroughs. But yeah, that was a fucking thing in one of the games. It was just giant, like, splits in the earth. Right, in case you clicked off. Which case you weren't hearing that.
It's totally the fucking diner from Silent Hill.
You are quite hard to track.
And look, it's not G-Man.
I love not
Jesus
G-Man.
Christ. The first time I saw him, I thought that is just G-Man. That's not G-Man, that's just G-Man with a fucking dye job.
It's like almost like Max Payne meets G-Man.
It's not G-Man, it's J-Man.
Yeah, it's J-Man. His own original character, J-Man.
It's Jake from the future, right?
Yeah, probably.
I actually saw people theorizing that was the case.
Yeah, a lot of people do. Like,
oh, wait a moment. Wait a moment. Let's see if we get a good shot of his face.
All makes sense soon. I just had to wait for you.
I fucking hate that stupid voice he has.
It's
just I don't really think it's that fitting. He did an alright job, but he just sounds not really that character, I guess.
That's actually the thing that makes him seem more G-Man to me, because the G-Man had kind of weird speech impediments and such.
Well, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I went through this section, it blew my fucking mind.
It's really cool considering how, like, well done this is in Source Engine.
Yes.
Awesome soda.
Awesome
and you spent
soda.
the whole time looking at an awesome soda fucking dispenser?
while the fucking world is, like, fucking earthquaking itself around you?
To those watching us who haven't played it themselves, yeah, the world outside is literally fucking going, and he's looking at a soda dispenser.
I didn't know about that, actually.
Did you look at the soda dispenser every time that's happened?
Guys, I think that's more incentive for you to just go ahead and play this mod, because it is really good.
Everything we don't show you is something you could be looking at yourselves.
Yes.
This whole tale with the explosion and the ultimate destruction of the facility was an obvious stress release.
Stress
Just like video
You don't have time
games.
for stress
Just
relief.
like video
How are
games.
we supposed
Yeah.
to make sense of his ramblings if half of it is fiction?
Easy. We already know what happened.
How the hell
Right.
do they separate the fact from the fiction?
So you could just forget about everything that he said after that.
Gentlemen, he's awake.
Also, I think that bald guy was actually at the original hospital, like when they were spying on it.
I'm going to need to send him back in.
What, so soon? That is not safe.
Oh, here we go again. Let's waste 2 hours hearing him fantasize about how he's gonna save the world. I'm gonna.
You know, this is kind of how I imagine the actual conversation after hearing Jake go, like, and then I drove away in the vehicle, and then the nuclear explosion happened.
You won't be able to handle this now, will he?
Michael,
And what's all this crap about red radios?
to his head trauma. If you push him too
Imagine the first time they had to hear the explanation of a red radio that he got from a man who lived in the vents.
Yeah, yeah.
The teleporting Ito.
confused as
And
The fucking nerdy tech support prison guard who
Yeah.
was incredibly friendly.
And don't forget the parts where he was explaining how he had to keep backtracking to find playing cards.
And then I was wearing 50 helmets.
Exactly.
Of course he doesn't know.
And that is the part that makes him go, nah, he's full of shit.
always in control. We were just guiding him. If we were controlling everything, he wouldn't have had these outbursts of mild fantasy.
Jake.
It's like they bought the thing about zombies, but I'm guessing they might have some evidence for that.
Well, true. I mean, considering what's going to happen next.
That's right, Wacko. And you weren't sent to some underground place.
Oh yeah, they probably have a
Yeah,
lot of
that's
evidence
right,
for that.
Wacko.
This chair since 8 o'clock this morning. What is going on out there?
You better go find out. Jake.
God, I'm so fucking excited for the next chapter.
Me too.
Like I said before, and I've clarified this so many times, but I'm looking forward to it more than Half-Life 3.
Because it
Oh,
has more
well,
of
of
an answer
course,
coming out
yeah.
at this point.
Well, that too.
But I'm pretty sure that Half-Life 3 is going to come out before Chapter 2 does.
Yeah, you know, but I don't really like the idea of waiting until 2025.
Me neither.
I'll probably be dead by then.
There are people who have died waiting for Half-Life 3.
That is a depressing thought.
It is, isn't it?
Especially if that's all they were waiting for.
Well, shit, now you have my mind on fucking Kitty 0706 again, thanks.
Oh,
Sorry.
damn it.
But we weren't trying to lead you down that path.
We weren't really.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, man. But on the other hand, we didn't really personally know Kitty 0706, though, right?
I had 4 friends that did, so... Also, I kept getting lost in this part.
Yeah.
I don't remember this part. I actually really don't.
Every time I play this, I forget about it until I actually see it.
This feels like Max Payne 1 right here.
Yes. Yeah.
I hated the corridor fucking maze in Max Payne 1. It's such fucking boredom.
Well.
And then you got the crying baby hallway.
Oh, and
Crying-
Okay, I
crying
hate the
baby
crying
hallway.
baby hallway more. Alright, there's a bit in Max Payne 1, a game not particularly renowned for its platforming,
Yep.
where you've got to run across a trail of blood, making incredibly awkward jumps between trails above a bottomless pit in a dream sequence. And if you miss one, this really obnoxious scream plays.
I still need to play... I need to play any of the Max Payne games.
You haven't
It's always
played
so
any
interesting.
Max Payne game yet?
I still haven't played a single Max Payne game yet.
Dude, you should. They're great.
I'd argue 1 hasn't aged particularly great, but it's still worth playing. 2 is fucking great, and 3 is also fucking great.
Look, 3 is it's kind of like the fucking pariah of the franchise because of how, you know, how the cutscenes constantly interrupt gameplay, but as far, like, mechanically, as far as gameplay goes, it's the best in the series.
Also, I like the idea of how they show off the characters in this.
Oh yeah, this is supposed to be the part where it shows everyone you saved, right?
Yeah, or everyone
Yeah.
you've encountered is saved.
Yeah.
Also, one thing that bugs me about this part is you're holding a grenade.
Yeah, I noticed that, because
I thought that was a flashlight.
No, it's a grenade.
I
I
didn't.
didn't see it because my FOV must be a bit more pulled in than yours, but holy fuck.
It's like, hey, you better stay in there, or otherwise I'll blow us all to hell.
It's to symbolize that Jake's mind is just about to fucking blow. But yeah, there were a few empty boxes after my playthrough, not really
there he is.
surprisingly.
Yeah.
You could break
shit,
out
it's
here
Green
if you
Shirt.
wanted, man.
It's fucking Green Shirt. Of course he survived.
I'm pretty sure that wasn't actually bullshit, it's just Jake was putting himself in the place of Green Shirt Man for the finale.
Yep.
Oh, that is a lot.
I hope
The real,
Green Shirt.
really, Jake died in that facility, but like Green Shirt is the only one who survived.
I hope Green Shirt survives for Chapter 2.
Yes.
Green Shirt was the nuclear explosion.
Yeah. And of course, it's the best character in the game, the Hermit.
Oh,
And then it's someone who's...
All you magnificent
Look, I'm not going to
bastards.
spoil it, but
There's always next time.
Yep.
Okay, that's some Resident Evil shit.
Mm-hmm.
Just for the finale of video game references.
Yep. Alright.
And pause screens.
Dog
Oh,
ending.
yes, pause screens.
Oh, are you going for the dog ending of Underhell?
Why is there a pause screen in this?
Well, you did cut out several deaths, so...
I don't remember this.
Dude,
Morley, are you just
Lolly,
trying to add to the brain fuck?
Lolly, come on. You
This
gotta
is
edit
the-
better than this.
This is the part where my mind was so blown I decided to go take a nap.
Ah, perfect. There's a really quick nap, I hope, otherwise this is going to be the next 10 minutes.
I don't think it's gonna be.
It better not be.
Oh, I skipped ahead, don't worry. No, I didn't skip ahead now, but before we started recording I looked around in the video first and